Welcome to DANDADAN. The show starts with this girl Ayase getting dumped by his delinquent BF, and she wants someone to comfort her. As she walked into the school hall, she saw this nerd getting bullied for being a nerd. Then she used her Gyaro aura to stop the bullying. Stop bullying! The nerd tries to reason her because he thinks she's into conspiracy theories, but she only believes in ghosts and they start bickering. Nerd boy makes a bet to prove to each other that ghosts and aliens are real, and she accepts his bet. The pair heads to different places, where Gyaro heads to this abandoned hospital and nerd boy heads to this abandoned tunnel, where they keep one-upping each other on who can see ghost or alien first. And they both encountered what they're looking for, where they got abducted and blacked out. Gyaro wakes up and these aliens were like, "Hello, we come in peace, ET style. And our alien race are all males and we can't reproduce sexually. So I'll insert this anal probe to save our species." Kinda like what we did with Eric Cartman in the first South Park episode. They stimulate her to become horny using their psychokinetic powers. As they were about to put the anal probe, someone calls her phone and it's Nerd Boy coming out of the phone and being possessed by the old woman ghost who wants to suck his balls. He managed to kill 2 aliens, but he still can't overcome the curse. The alien starts stimulating her horniness again. Horniness? I don't know if that's a fucking word, but I'll definitely say it because it fits in the scene. Then she starts having a flashback of her grandmother telling her how to control her chi, and she unlocks her telekinetic powers Mob Psycho style.
Girl power.
And she starts slapping the shit out of the non's aliens. Conjuring Nerd Boy stands up and attacks the Gyaro unconsciously, but she managed to lift the curse to defend herself. And Ghislaine Maxwell Ghost says, "I currently have his pee-pee and balls right now because he's still cursed. But if you want to lift the curse, come to the abandoned tunnel and I'll take you both head on." Wait, if she's currently in possession of his pee-pee and balls, how the fuck is he going to pee? Damn, getting your genitals cursed sucks. Anyway, Ghislaine Maxwell yeeted out and the alien's mothership crashed where the pair got out. Okay, how in the name of Franz Ferdinand did nobody notice that explosion? As you can see, there are city lights visible in this area, which means people can easily see that huge alien spaceship explode. Okay, whatever, let's move on. They talk for a bit where Nerd Boy will go to the tunnel to retrieve his genitals, but Ayase wants to tag along to help him. Then she got flustered after he offered her clothes to wear it, because it's the same line her celebrity crush Tanaka Ken said.
Who?
She asked for his name and coincidentally it's Tanaka Ken.
Who?
She doesn't want to call him that because he's not her dream boyfriend, and instead she gives him a nickname, Otakult or Okarun or something. She takes him to her house to meet her grandma in order to exorcise the evil spirit, but Nerd Boy starts burning because of the talisman in the gate, but she removed it where he managed to pass through. After they change their clothes, someone rings the doorbell, and it's her first time hearing this doorbell. She says that they have 2 doorbells, one for humans and one for evil spirits. As they were about to put the talisman back to the gate, they got trapped by the ghost in this alternate ghost world dimension, where it starts attacking them. Otakult realized that there's something in common between ghosts and aliens because of how they try to interact with humans. Ayase keeps preventing Nerd Boy's curse from getting out of control.
Get this shit off me!
And he sees his right hand turning back to normal. He told her that he'll fight and she just needs to prevent his head from transforming. The pair managed to do it and evades the ghost attack, but they got smacked because they still can control their powers. But Ayase outsmarted it by getting pounded on purpose until she's outside the gate, and used her telekinetic powers to save Otakult and put the talisman back to eradicate the ghost.
The power of Christ compels you!
They return back to Earth where Ayase collapsed and the curse starts getting out of control again. He was about to molest her, but just in a nick of time, hot Grandma MILF arrives to save her.
Oh, that's hot.
And she's the reason why I started watching this anime. You know me, I always gravitate towards MILFs. So keep bearing with my horniness towards her, alright? Anyways, she starts exorcising him for being a nonce, using her giant baseball bat dildo. Ayase wakes up and told her hot grandma about Nerd Boy, where she replied that she exorcised him. Ayase knows that she's lying and asks what really happened. And hot grandma says that he's in the old shrine. She's relieved to know that he's safe, because she's the one who put him into this situation and get cursed. Hot grandma heard this and suggested how to lift the curse by luring out the ghost out of its stronghold, which is the abandoned tunnel, because the ghost gets weaker the farther she is away from her stronghold. And she tells Otakult to train using the Saitama training regimen in order to improve his stamina and outrun the ghost, and she'll be the one to train him. Damn, that's a win-win situation right there. I'll train every single day until it breaks my bones just to see her.
Yeah, boy.
They start training where even hot granny can't understand why the curse keeps getting out of control. And the ghost talks to Ayase privately where it says that this curse is infectious, just like AIDS, and she'll kill her grandma through stroke or heart attack. She gets back to the real world where granny noticed the ghost affecting her body. And we cut to nighttime where she bids the pair good luck on defeating this demon as they head to the abandoned tunnel. But they got immediately cornered cornered by the old woman ghost. Nerd boy used his powers but the ghost returned his PP and his powers are gone. They were about to get eaten but Ayase remembered what Hot Granny said to taunt the ghost if they got cornered. She said that they'll play tag and if she wins she can devour them for free.
Good deal.
The tag starts where they got easily captured because of the inconsistent rules. Nerd boy does a Uno reverse move and beats the old woman's ghost tits. And she possessed him again so that he'll stop. But it was a trap all along and Ayase was able to minimize her powers and return the nerd boy back to normal. Then a giant ghost crab appears and it starts chasing them into the middle of the city. They beat it by luring it into a hot spring and making a crab stew. As they head out, a mob of ghosts starts chasing them, and the old ghost told them that this city is their territory, and she can easily ask for backups. The pair used their powers again to escape, and as they landed, Ayase lets go of the old woman ghost, and she starts kicking their asses. The ghost fuses with the crab, and Ayase taunts the ghost again. Then she grabs the train using her mob psycho powers in order to escape. The old woman chased them, and Ayase says, "Ha, you fell right into our trap, because my hot MILF grandma is waiting outside of the borders of this city, and she's going to exorcise you." She held her tight and they managed to defeat her as the train reached outside the city, and she sees the souls of the girls who were killed finally finding peace. We cut to the next morning where they pay their respects to the lost souls of the tunnel, and they celebrated by eating some crab after lifting Nerd Boy's PP curse. As the night ends, they bid to see each other again tomorrow, and a new friendship was born. The next day comes and the pair heads to school, where some stuff happens which deepened their friendship, and Otakult noticed his balls were gone.
Wait a minute!
He wanted to talk to Ayase but she completely ignored his dire situation. As they head home, this hoe tries to flirt with Otakult and starts bad-mouthing him for being a simp. Ayase heard all of this where she used her telekinetic powers to drop a basin on her head.
Yow! Prank, baby!
And she flirted with Otakult to prove he ain't no simp. The pair apologized for being a bitch to each other. He told her his balls are gone, but his PP is still there. They consulted it to Hot Grandma and she performs an exorcism ritual to remove the curse by smacking his head with a fan. Ayase was able to remove the curse aura from his body where it possessed this Lucky Charm cat, and it's the old woman ghost still not going to afterlife. He begs her to return his balls but she ain't doing it until he kills them. Otakult suddenly transforms into his ghost powers, and Hot Grandma explains that the paper she used to smack his head can drive evil spirits away from possessing people, but the evil spirit's aura will remain inside the person's body, hence he can still transform. Ayase asks her politely to return his nuts, and in return they'll return her powers back, but the ghost replied that she doesn't have his balls and she might have dropped it somewhere. They start searching for it but they can't find it.
I can't find it.
I think he's looking for her quality content.
We cut to school where this Sims wants Otakult to introduce them to Ayase, and the rumors are spreading fast that she's a hoe. This made him mad where he transforms but he managed to control his anger. We cut to pink-haired bitch planning her revenge on Ayase for making fun of her because it hurts her pride as a school idol, and she can do this because she saw her telekinetic powers after finding this golden ball in the streets, and she believes that she's the chosen one who'll save mankind from evil because she's too pretty. But that golden ball is actually Otakult's lost testicle.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
And she starts seeing some ghosts because the balls can make people show supernatural things. We jump back to the pair along with the ghost granny, where she knows where his nuts are, but she doesn't know the name of the pink-haired bitch. As they go home, the bitch invited Ayase to talk privately, and ghost granny told him the pink-haired bitch has his nuts. We cut to the ninjas talking where they tied Ayase down and she starts exorcising her, but she pushed them away using her mob psycho powers. Otakult arrives and told Ayase that a ghost is onto her, and the pink-haired bitch got captured where it says it's her mom. Otakult transforms to save her but he got devoured. Then we see this flashback of the bitch where she called the ghost her mom, and this is the reason why she's waiting for this moment that she'll finally see her. But pink-haired bitch wants to exterminate her and she calls her a demon. Then she gets devoured too. The ghost rages and blames all of this on Ayase for manipulating pink-haired bitch to call her a demon, then she also devours her. Ghost granny told her to spit them out before she gets hurt, and she starts burning because the cross the pink-haired bitch was using is actually a lighter. She spits them out and they start their counterattack. They try to run away until her hair gets entangled with all the metal bars, but the evil spirit easily broke free. Ayase holds her using her powers and tells Otakult to use his powers to blow her away. The building was about to collapse and Otakult headbutts the ghost. Ghost Granny retrieves Otakult's testicle and says that the bitch is dead because there's no way a normal human can survive after getting swallowed by a ghost. They do some CPR but the evil lady spirit stands back up and she offered her aura in order for the bitch to live. Ayase doubted her and tells Otakult to prepare for the worst case scenario. Ayase used her spirit cable technique to transfer some aura.
The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
And we see the evil spirit lady's flashback, where she is a hot single MILF in your area doing everything for her child to become a ballet dancer. Then one day some thugs robbed her place and kidnapped her daughter, where she died on the streets trying to chase them. Then one day Ira, the pink-haired bitch, called her mommy, but her dad says her mom is dead and she ain't coming back. Because of this, hot MILF spirit lady swore to protect Ira because she doesn't want to lose another child again. We snap back to reality and Ayase breaks down after seeing her past. And MILF spirit lady starts disintegrating. Then Ghost Cat Granny told them spirits like them will go to the void, where they won't find peace and there's nothing they can do about it. Ira rushed to the spirit and gave her one last hug to make her spirit rest in peace, and she yeeted out after not feeling so good. We cut into Ayase's house where they ate some soba after the fight, and she starts bickering with Ira because she believes they are demons. She was about to go home and ask Nerd Boy why he tried to save her multiple times, and he replied because it's only natural for humans to help someone in need. This made her blush and she left. Old Cat Granny restored Nerd Boy's testicle and they only need to find one more.
Another one.
We jump back to school where Ayase wants them to research more about ghosts and aliens to find his balls, but he declines because he needs to do something. Then during lunchtime, Nerd Boy trains and Ira was there, confessing her feelings to him by mouth sexing. And they accidentally stumbled into another where Ayase saw this. She got jealous and wasn't hearing any of his reasons. The class continued and the three of them got transported to the ghost dimension, where Ayase tried to hide on this Nessie Lapras monster after using its hyper beam. Meanwhile, the pair sees this boxer alien. It used a gravity power on Nerd Boy to pin him down, and the aliens from episode 1 appeared again. They pushed pink-haired girl away because they wanted to put some anal probe on his ass by lifting him up, but she finally awakened her ghost powers and saved Nerd Boy right before he got circumcised. She starts kicking their asses and the aliens finally understand why she was able to get into this dimension, because she also has ghost powers. Unfortunately, the aliens managed to subdue them using their gravity powers, and they start smashing Otakult's head. Then Ayase arrives just in time to help them. The aliens injected some cum juice onto the boxer alien, and he evolves and got stronger. Round 3 starts where Ayase holds the gravity powers back, and the ghost pair does a ballroom dance fight to beat the boxer alien. Then the whole room suddenly turns into a water, and we see the Lapras alien swimming above them.
I am under the water.
And it kills one of the annoying aliens.
Fatality.
They try to run away and Ira got blasted above because of Mike Tyson alien's uppercut. Ayase and Otakult managed to escape and rescue Ira by using her psychic powers and his speed.
I'm fast as fuck, boy!
Ayase resurrected Ira and they stripped naked to lighten up their bodies. The trio search for the Lapras monster where it merged with the alien and starts shooting hyper beam on them. Then they notice that its hyper beam has a cooldown and it gathers power from its neck. They plan to destroy its neck but they failed miserably because it also gained the abilities to punch like that Mike Tyson alien. They got split up and Ayase was about to get killed, but she taunts the alien to punch her. Then she splits the water Moses style in the last minute because its arm can't handle the speed and power of its punch above water, causing it to break. But it had one last trick out of its sleeve and it was about to devour her. But Ira and Otakult stopped Lapras and rescued Ayase. They beat the alien where they got sent back to reality, and the student sees them butt naked where they start running away. They face this hot dominatrix nurse after the incident where she asked them if they were being bullied and they replied no. Nerd Boy deduced that the reason why the aliens aren't attacking Earth even though they have advanced scientific technologies, and it's because the yokais are protecting the planet, where they need to abduct some humans and put some anal probes on them so that they can understand how this planet works. Ira was abducted by her friends. Then Ayase asked Otakult to clear up the kissing incident with Ira. He told her the truth that he was secretly training to impress her. Then some comedy stuff happens and we cut to Ira confessing her crime of spreading fake rumors of Ayase being a hoe. The two girls met up and saw the Mike Tyson alien but he collapsed. He wakes up in Ayase's house where they treat him. He thanked them for their kindness and tells them his backstory of being a hired mercenary because he just wanted the money for his son's treatment. Otakult offered his ball so that he could sell it for his son's treatment, but his son suffers from primary immunodeficiency, kinda like Iron Mouse where V Shoujo owed her $500,000. But Hot Grandma notices his blood smells like milk.
He
need some milk.
She offered one milk and Mike Tyson Alien was glad because he can now finally treat his son's illness. She gave him one cow and he eats out of the planet. They begged Hot Grandma for some uniform money, but someone is at the door and it's Ayase's childhood friend Jiji, who is also her first love, but actually this guy is kind of an idiot.
You are it, Todd.
And Hot Grandma says that starting from now on he's going to live with them. The others go home and Hot Granny tells Ayase that his parents got hospitalized, hence the reason why he's staying here for now. As they wash some dishes, Jiji told her that he can now see ghosts and he's sorry for making fun of her back when they were kids, because after they've moved he can feel paranormal activities in their new house.
Did I jump scare you?
Which causes his parents to be sick. He consulted some paranormal experts but 3 out of the 5 committed Sudoku, and Hot Granny is his last option to ask for help. Hot Granny says that Ayase is going to handle this case and she'll buy how many uniforms she ever wants. We cut to school where Otakot is jealous of Ayase and Jiji's relationship. Then he sees this human body anatomy model running. Ayase noticed that it has a golden balls. They start chasing it where it was hiding in the junkyard. Then the mannequin heard this woman's voice calling for help.
Help!
And he found her in the dumps. He starts declaring his love for her, and this made Otakot realize his feelings towards Ayase ever since he met her. We cut back home where they beg Hot Granny to let the doll stay so that she doesn't get thrown away, and her lover will just come visit her every night, and she agreed. She then told Ayase to prepare her things on exercising Jiji's house, and Otakot heard this and wanted to join them, which Ayase agreed because she was also planning to ask him to come. As the day ends, we see the dolls having a romance, and Jiji having some insomnia because he can see this alien. As they travel to Jiji's hometown, Otakot gets jealous because he always makes Ayase laugh, but they manage to talk about paranormal stuff and conspiracy theories.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. Do you understand that? Serious crap!
Where they easily bonded with each other and Jiji wants to be friends with him. Otakot realized that he isn't a bad guy after all. They reach Jiji's hometown and climb these thousands of stairs to reach this house on top of the mountain, and the villagers keep stalking them as they enter. Ayase can sense any paranormal activities around the house, and she decides to go on a hot spring bath, where some nuns barges into the bath because she was in the bisexual room, and they start to molest her because they've been in Jeffrey Epstein's island.
Right!
Meanwhile, Otakot and Jiji bonded with each other by declaring their love for Ayase, and they keep one-upping each other. Otakot noticed an extension room in the house, and Jiji breaks the wall where they discover this room full of talismans, and that's where the season 1 ends. This anime gets a 9 out of 10. I mean, I really can't say anything bad with it. I enjoyed watching it and I'm gonna give the respect it deserves. So I'll just add an explosion in the end for comedic purposes.
I ain't afraid of no